I'm Ruben Diaz. Here's your ABC 24 News update. In Arkansas, a man who has lived in the state for more than 25 years is now trying to clear his name after being detained by ICE. His attorney claims it's all stemmed from a case of mistaken identity. Victor Manuel Hernandez Romo has spent nearly 3 decades building a life in Little Rock. According to his attorney, Romo was just one step away from his green card when ICE agents detained him after an immigration interview. He was held there for 3 weeks at the West Memphis detention facility before being released on a $1,500 bond. His attorney claims that federal officials mistook him for another man with a deportation order and a lengthy criminal record.
The individual who ICE thought that my client was actually somebody who had been ordered removed, deported by the Illinois Immigration Court. There are a lot of mistakes happening right now that the government is overlooking, and it has real consequences for people who try to do the right thing.
Now, Romo's attorney also claims that his client has no criminal history and believes the mix-up should not impact his green card application. His next court date has not been set. ICE has not responded, by the way, to questions about his detention. There was chaos on Capitol Hill. In a surprise move, President Donald Trump refused to sign a bipartisan bill to address the housing crisis unless he gets something in return. ABC's Karen Hua is in Washington with the details.
A planned lunch meeting with Senate Republicans devolved into a shouting match after President Trump suddenly refused to sign a bipartisan bill aimed at fixing the nation's housing crisis, which overwhelmingly passed Congress.
I was disappointed because I thought that this had become a priority.
Democrats pounced.
And Donald Trump decides to have the toddler temper tantrum and announces he's not going to sign it. This bill that would help build more housing at a lower cost, that'll bring down prices.
A recent report found a nationwide shortage of 10 million homes. The bill would ban Wall Street investors from buying single-family homes and make it easier to construct homes, so they can instead be sold to families. Trump's own press secretary called it one of the most significant pieces of housing affordability legislation in American history. Lawmakers in both chambers were blindsided when President Trump called the bill a matter of minor importance on social media. Trump said he would not sign it unless Congress first signs his so-called SAVE Act, which would require Americans to show proof of citizenship to register to vote. The SAVE Act doesn't have the votes to pass in the Senate. Also a source of tension at the meeting, President Trump was furious at the Republican senators who voted with Democrats to limit his war powers in Iran. Overnight, 2 of those Republicans, Bill Cassidy and Rand Paul, changed their votes after a briefing from the White House. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is set to meet with the president today to discuss the housing bill, among other issues. Johnson says he's confident Trump will ultimately sign the bill. Karen Hua, ABC News, Washington.
All right, that is your ABC 24 News update for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Ruben Diaz.